guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this episode we are gonna fit a new alternator belt on this R1100GS that I bought for just 966 euro. More on that in the other episodes. So let's get going. So the alternator belt, or the V-belt that you need, is this 4PK611 from Continental, or you can take any other one. There is also an elastic version or something like that, and you don't need that, you need this one. So should be pretty easy thing, pretty easy if the fuel tank is off, like we did in the other episodes. So you need to take off this cover here, and then there is the alternator belt underneath. So let's try to do that. So the alternator itself sits just above the engine, right here, like in the car. So, and what you need to remove it is the HX4 in-bus. So let's go and do it. You can loosen them up and then just do it by hand. So there are 4 screws actually, and 2 of them are up here, and that's a bit a tricky thing if you have the tank still installed. So the bolts are all the same. So number 3. And number 4. So now you can remove the whole assembly here. So how do we do it? Exhaust pipe is a bit in the way, but yeah, just wiggle it out. So that's how it looks like, the cover. So that's how the alternator belt looks inside. So you need to loosen 3 bolts. This one, which is a bit tricky, and one on the other side. So and this one here is the tensioner, and you will need to fix it later with 8 Newton meters. And on top, the alternator, 13 millimeters here. So I have no clue how you are supposed to do it here. With any wrench, it's not gonna work. It moved a bit. I don't know if there is any trick for this, but in all of the videos that I saw is always the issue with this bolt. Finally, so you see this bolt on the top actually holds the whole thing in place, and that's how you take off your alternator belt. Not sure how to assemble it back again, but yeah, we'll see. So the old belt, quite okay. I think it was doing some noises. So it's saying 4PK611 Continental, but BMW branded, with this number here, 1128 1341 779. 692637, whatever. So that's the old belt, and that's the new belt. Same markings, 4PK 611, so also Continental, but not BMW branded. So old on the right and new on the left. So fitting the belt is actually pretty easy. Top of the alternator and this thing down here. So yeah, looks good. Perfect. So now to the tricky part. So they tell you that you need to torque wrench here with 8 Newton meter with some special tool. So you take out the nut actually, put some special tool here, and then you torque wrench it to 8 Newton meter. But the thing is, on the back there is an Inboss HX6 that you can use. So something like this, yeah, and this will do exactly the same job. So now you need a torque wrench that actually can go this way, so actually to the left, and my torque wrench just works to the right. So if you reverse it, it's not working as a torque wrench. So now this is a bit the tricky part, so be careful that you have a bi-directional torque wrench, or some people just do it by hand. But what will I do is to use a bigger wrench they have here. This is not really suited for this, but you can also do 8 Newton meter here. So that's a bit tricky because it's so big, and at the same time you will need to actually tighten this bolt there. They say 20 Newton meter, but doesn't really matter. Take the 13mm wrench and just do it. Tricky to get all of this assembly in there, but yeah. So what this bolt on the other side is doing is actually pulling up the alternator, and that's how you tension the whole thing. So it's behind this bolt on the other side. So once you have tensioned it, just hold it tight. Sorry for the camera angles and everything, I don't have enough hands. So you just hold it, and then you tighten this bolt up there. Your second hand. This thing holds the alternator in place. Easy thing if you don't have the suspension in place, but not really an easy thing if you have the suspension in place, like you usually do on the motorbikes. I think now. So the belt is tensioned, not too tight. Good. Yeah, you can tighten the other two bolts. So 1, 2, and now the third one. No clue how much 20 Newton meters is, but that should be it. What a task, oh my god. So now let's wiggle this beautiful cover back in. Freaking cover. took it off somehow. It should go back in as well, huh? So it is the combination of the crush bar and the exhaust pipe. So I finally found the solution. You need to do it kinda this way. So push in the middle of the cover, and then you can slide it up. Yeah, you see? Whew. Screw them in by hand and then tighten them up later on. So guys, that was a very small but again not so easy task. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, this meditative wrenching, yeah, screw driving and everything. So next time we are gonna change all of the fluids, so oil change in the engine, the gearbox and the rear shaft drive. Stay tuned and see you soon.